Everybody is looking for the next best 100x coin, right? So that you can invest $1,000, walk away with 100K and completely made it in crypto. In reality, that's quite hard, of course. You have to go in the trenches, and there are like a lot of altcoins right now, especially if you also include the new meme coins on Pump Fund, then it's not even doable. But how can you actually 5x, 10x, or maybe even 100x your portfolio in this bull run from this point? Because there is more possible than you think. I think. You think so? I don't know. But we should not aim for too high as well. We have to stay a little realistic. And I think that if you apply the right tactics, then even from this point, you can do amazing. So let's get over that. What I would do, again, this is not even like the answer. There's no answer, right? We don't know. But what I would do actually, and what I am doing. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Smack the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. There is a very freaking cool link down below in the pinned comment. Do check it out. You do not want to miss it. I'm not even going to say what it is. You just have to check it out, okay? We are stepping our shit up right now. Now, are you late to the party? Maybe somewhat, right? We are definitely, if you are now stepping into crypto or now looking to make your big buys, not early anymore. But what have you missed out on so far? Only Bitcoin, right? Because the altcoin market hasn't run yet. There are here and there some altcoins, but overall it didn't, right? If you look at Bitcoin, yeah, it's quite parabolic, right? And we've been saying for a long time, like, better buy Bitcoin, convert it to altcoins later. Right now, Bitcoin from the absolute bottom till where we are right now is up 6x. Don't look at this and be like, fuck, I missed out on a 6x, right? It's not that you bought it exactly here and would have sold it exactly here anyway, right? But yeah, to make 100x in crypto, I mean, you could bought Bitcoin. Let's say you made a 5x out of it, which is still very decent. Yeah, you now have to make a, if you now put that in altcoins and do a 20x to get it, that is 100x. And 20xing your portfolio with altcoins at this stage of the market, it's like hard, right? It probably won't work for most people, but it's not the most impossible thing, right? And I really want to talk about 5, 10xing or 100xing your portfolio, okay? Not a coin. I can, of course, have a 100K portfolio and put $500 in a low cap coin, and it goes up 100x, that's fine. But I did not 100x my portfolio. So this is more than gambling, actually. And you better shut up now. So first, 5xing. There are people that don't want to aim for 100x. I am not going to aim for 100x. Why? Because you automatically have to take a lot of risk, right? And I don't like my money to be in that big risk position, actually. So my goal is not 100x. If I make it, that's fine. Of course, won't complain. But my goal is not to make 100x on my portfolio, because I am not willing to take so much risk with the current value of my portfolio. So let's start with a 5x. It's for the people that maybe have a little more money in crypto, or they don't really like, playing with altcoins too much, or feel like I'm not in a rush, whatever. That's really good, actually, if you set it at a 5x. If you, in my opinion, want to 5x your portfolio right now, it's still a good idea to leave something in Bitcoin, in my opinion. Because Bitcoin will, and let's be honest, in 10 years from now, if you look at the crypto market, which coins are guaranteed still here or at the top? I only know Bitcoin. And I can guess, like, oh, maybe Ethereum, maybe Solana. That's way too, 10 years is a long time, right? Bitcoin is a safe play. Bitcoin is also, again, showing people like, hey, I'm not boring, right? I remember people said like, yeah, be in altcoins, don't be in Bitcoin, it's boring. Bitcoin always gave great returns. Yeah, it's low risk. But yeah, I don't mind borrowing money, right? That's better than borrowing money. So Bitcoin is always giving good returns. Now, yeah, it won't do a 5x on its own in this cycle. Probably. It's possible. I won't bet all my money on it. But putting some money in that Bitcoin cannot hurt, especially if it turns out that, for example, the Bitcoin dominance isn't ready to run, right? I expect an alt season within now and 2 months, give or take, maybe 3, don't know exactly, right? But yeah, what if in the meantime the Bitcoin dominance shoots up and altcoins get demolished on the Bitcoin pair even more? Well, then you can use that money to buy altcoins even lower. So cannot go wrong with that. Because if you look at the altcoin market on its Bitcoin pair, again, I don't want to make this too long. I say this in every video, but it's kind of sitting at the bottom. Well, it's sitting at the bottom, right? It's at the cycle low. Altcoins have a long way to go up for Bitcoin against Bitcoin. That's alt season. So looking promising. I would really look, if I want to make a 5x on my portfolio, Bitcoin. It sounds boring, but Ethereum isn't that, right? Ethereum is down. That's different than that, right? The coins that are dead are actually just down, and that's always the buying opportunity. I would look at that. And I would also play with some winners, right? The coins like Solana. Is Solana gonna make a 100x or, 100x? Is Solana gonna make a 10x from its current price level? Probably not, right? A 2.5K Solana. Look, I'm bullish, but I don't know. I don't see that happen. It might, you never know, but not likely. But Solana is a winner. It is an outperformer. And during a non-alt season, it has outperformed Bitcoin. So you can kind of imagine that once we get an alt season, Solana does great. Solana is good for a 3x maybe, right? If Bitcoin does a 2x, you at least want a 3x out of Solana, right? Because Solana is, of course, way higher risk than Bitcoin. So you want to get more in return. But that's maybe kind of worth it, right? Now, I would not put it all in coins, though. Well, not like this. Because if you want to make a 5x, then you now have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Put some AVAX to it. Then you actually have a coin that can do more than a 5x, and you will do really well. You will do really well. AVAX is one of the coins that's like, it's a bigger coin, it's a safer coin, but it's a coin with such big adoption. I think that is going to be a big success, actually. This is a portfolio where you do not take a lot of risk, but it's also a very passive portfolio, right? You just buy it, boring, hold it, hope for the best. You can do that. But what you can also do is, take a little more risk, and that's in any way you want, right? And the way that you can do that, for example, is say like, you know what? I don't buy Ethereum. I don't buy Solana. I buy some top AI coins or top meme coins. Risk, of course, way higher, but more potential reward as well, right? But then you don't even have to buy the low caps of those. You can buy a render, for example, when it comes to AI. You can buy a bread, I don't know if I have it here, but whatever, a bread when it comes to memes, right? They are at the moment running, and it won't go on for the whole cycle, but hey, maybe for a couple more months, right? Who knows what they do? So that's a really good way. Now, if I would want to like 10x my portfolio, I would still have some Bitcoin. Again, because altcoins could get more wrecked on their Bitcoin pair. Like that's been going on for 3 years. Would be like, I expect it to, stop soon, but hey, maybe it goes on for a while, right? That way you have exposure when it goes up, and you have dry powder when everything goes down. Beautiful. Like that's so easy, actually. However, I would not go with Ethereum, Solana, because they're not gonna give more than a 5x this cycle from here, I think. Right? I don't think that. And if your goal is to 10x your portfolio, then it means that you have to have another couple of coins that do way more than a 10x to average that out. And then you automatically are going to take a lot of risk. So I would find like the midway between that. So I would have some Bitcoin. I would definitely still hold some AVAX. Like I said, some top AI, top meme coins are way more at their place right there. But for example, look at the smaller things of the winning narratives. AVAX is kind of a winning narrative, right? Price-wise, it's not even that winning yet. And again, it's now, 4x from the low. Right? So price-wise, it's not that winning yet, but it's definitely, decent when it comes to holding up. If you look how bad the rest of the altcoin market is doing right now. And if you look a little further and you want to dive into the narratives, then AVAX is a pretty clear pick, in my opinion. But if you feel like I want that, but a little more risk reward, then you can say like, well, let's go with Beam in that case, right? I think that Beam it's smaller than AVAX, product-wise, but also market cap-wise. But quality-wise, it's not that I feel like, well, the Beam is bad or anything like it is. I love Beam, right? And I think that this could do super well. So I will add that, for example, as well. I would definitely add some Ronin. It's a big winner so far. Don't mind this line; it's on another scale. And what I would do is add a couple of winning meme coins as well for now, right? Definitely go with in a pullback at least. Go with Doge, right? Doge will always be number one, very likely at least. But go with Brett again. Maybe like just the gold meme coins, the top meme coins actually, like not more than 4 probably. And just look at the popular narratives, right? Gaming, well, we mentioned some gaming already. Super might be a good pick for that as well, right? It's not a video for me to necessarily mention the coins, but it's more like, hey, if my goal is to 10x, how can I do that with as low risk as possible, right? And then first, maybe you have to look at the altcoin market on its own. And I just made a video about that a couple of days ago, so I don't want to go too much into that. But if you just look, Bitcoin 92K, market cap currently of the total crypto market, right, is $3 trillion. It was, I think, where's total? Yeah, $3 trillion. Okay, remind that. How much is the altcoin market dominating? The low cap altcoins, how much is that dominating? 9%. Could go to 30. Right? That's the pattern that it's in so far, right? It's not. It's more likely than unlikely. So that would be out of that 3 trillion, already 1 trillion for the altcoin market, and that doesn't require new money coming in. That just requires a shift of money that's already here. Right? The money is already here. It just always rotates from Bitcoin, high caps, low caps, right? Let's wait for the rotate. 1 trillion. That's if you look at the top 125, excluding the top 10, that's up 3.5x from this point. Right? So the high cap altcoin market on average should do a 3.5x if no new money comes in. So new money comes in, so let's say 5x, right? And then it's up to you, like, okay, 5x. I have to go a little riskier than these high caps, actually. But you don't want to go too risky. Unnecessary risk is nonsense, actually, right? Now, what I would do and what I would add in this portfolio to be a little more active as well and to make sure that you will chase that 10x overall, which could be way more though, is get into one Launchpad token And I would say don't go in the trenches of Launchpad tokens. There are so many and so many suck. I would say go with one of the two big winners, Seedify or ChainGPT. There are a lot of great other ones like Pools, Decubate, etc., etc., etc. But I would say go with one of these two biggest because they also give high allocations. Then let's say Seedify. One, token very likely to go up from here. But two, also use some money to prepare in or to participate in new launches, right? Because in a full bull market, let me see if I can get it right here. Crypto rank. Now, I showed you this thousands of times before, but maybe you're new to the channel. In that case, welcome. Nice to have you. Smack the like button. Yeah, if you look what Seedify did in the bull market, right? End of the previous bull market, all at the Q4 2021, right? They did like their all-time high ROI was like insane, right? It's crazy. That's not the actual money that you get out of it because you get it in vestings, right? You don't get all your tokens at once usually, but still, come on, man, it's crazy. If you play that game in a peak bull, yeah, then it's gonna be like really crazy, really crazy. So you can hold a passive bag of tokens like AVAX, like Beam, like whatever. They might 5x, maybe a little more, 10x, maybe even. But overall, don't expect like explosive gains from it. But this way, you can do a little more with it. Let's say you participated in the Cryo War sale, right? And let's say it didn't work out. Just told Seedify like, hey, I want a refund. You got your money back. Okay, you lost nothing, right? But let's say it did work out, which it did. Then you made incredible gains, right? Now it's not worth shit, right? But even with this, like if you got like maybe 10% TGE or so, right? With 170x, it means you could have taken out 10%, 17x your money already, and the rest just let it, ride. This adds up to your total portfolio, and eventually you will grow your portfolio like that. Now, this is a hard one now. If you want to 100x your crypto portfolio, one, you need to, if you really here to 100x your crypto portfolio in this cycle, right? For some reason you need it, then you have to realize this. Be prepared to lose it all, right? And don't be mad at the market, at a certain influencer, at a certain project, whatever, if it doesn't work out. Because, yeah, I don't know, man, 100x in your portfolio, it means you have to take a lot of risk, right? No risk, no reward. That's, again, if you need to 100x it right now, right? Because if you just want to 100x, again, patience is the winning strategy. You can better try to, I don't know, maybe 10x your portfolio this bull market and do it again in the next one. And you also have 100x and you took less risk. It only took a little longer, right? But hey, the slow approach is usually the winning approach. Nevertheless, there are always people that do want it. Maybe you are like Walter White. Maybe you don't know how to cook math. Fine. We have crypto right now, right? I'm happy we didn't have crypto back in the day because Breaking Bad, man. Otherwise, they didn't need to make that. And I love that show. Watch it 8 times. Crazy. Off topic. If you want to 100x your portfolio right now, there are, of course, multiple kind of things that you can do. You can just be the kind of person that says, well, we go to pump.fun and we buy all random shit right here, right? Problem with this, of course, is 99 point something percent on pump.fun. It doesn't even get released on the market. Okay, they already fail or rock or whatever before they release. Once they finally do release, then again 99 rocks, 99%. So, this is lottery shit. And I would say if you play this game, 200x your portfolio, you can actually just better buy lottery tickets, right? because there is a bigger chance to 100x with that. And you have faster results as well. So if you do this, like, hey, if you have 50K, right? And you sometimes with $100 or whatever, just do it for fun, like these scratch cards or whatever, because you just enjoy the fun. That's great, right? But don't come here and expect something, because there again, that won't happen. But this is a way to do it. Theoretically, it is possible. Problem is 50,000 new coins per day. Yeah, that's quite a lot, right? And yeah, not a lot make it. So then what you can do if you want to 100x your crypto portfolio is don't right away like invest in something, but specialize in something. Specialize in gaming, specialize in meme coins, specialize in layer ones, whatever. Really understand why things are pumping, when they are pumping, how they are pumping, everything. Because then you can recognize the next trend. Because the thing with crypto is, of course, how do you make money? Yeah, you buy something, and after that you bought, everybody else bought, right? So you have to have information nobody else had here, right? So this doesn't come from certain YouTubers that scream for 100x here, 100x there. Yeah, talked about these guys more often. They just like eventually go off of coin market cap and they just call every coin there is, and eventually, yeah, there will be having some right? But that's not working because everybody has that information at the same point as you do. You are not front running anybody with that, right? So you have to understand how something, why certain coins move. This requires skill, learning, patience, intelligence, a lot of things that degens don't really have these days. So, but that's kind of the way. Apart from that, what you can do to 100x your portfolio is to be really, 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 really active and understand the market, right? If you understand the market, you cannot predict anything necessarily, but you can glue some charts together. Like again, like this chart that I discussed, like the USDT dominance. Then, hey, we're sitting at major support right here. Could be a big correction. If you have more information about why that might happen, and it looks likely that that is going to happen, you could say like, well, you know what? I already have 2x right now. Take my money out, let it crash, buy back in, just trade it, right? Basically, just trade. That's the short answer. But trading is kind of an art. I must admit, I don't like trading too much, right? But again, if the market does a 10x, overall the altcoin market does a 10x, it won't look like this, right? It will look like this. And you can get more out of that than just a 10x if it's 10 from here to here, right? Buy, sell, buy back, sell, right? Like that way, you can really, really, really play the market. And I would say subscribe to the channel because, again, I'm not a trader, but in the last 2 years, am kind of, I don't know where it comes from, but taking my profits at the right time is like, it's going great. Like, it's going perfect, actually. So that's another way to do it. On the other hand, what you can also do is buy low cap quality that you really believe in and just hold, right? Because there are a lot of low cap coins that are going to like crazy blow up. The thing is, you don't know which one though. For example, Xverse is a project. It's a great looking crypto game. It's a great looking crypto game. Problem with Xverse is, one, they released in a market where everything started to go down, right? So it's the timing was very unlucky. Two, They had big vesting. That's usually with new projects. People like to say like, be in new projects. Old dinosaur coins, they suck, and coins, they suck. But on the other hand, new projects, they do have a lot of big vesting, which makes the chart looks like this. So, you know, once that plays out, whatever. And 3, again, there is certain momentum in a certain sector in crypto within the cycle. And first it's Bitcoin. Now we are in the meme coin sector. And in a few months, we might be in the AI sector again. Then we might be in the gaming sector again. It switches like that, right? And people always think like if we are in a certain sector, it will always stay like that. Like, for example, now the meme coin maxis say like, well, meme coin, it will only be about meme coins. Meme coin super cycle. They will get wrecked, right? This will always change. So wait for the right moment as well. And at a certain point, I don't know if this project is going to survive or not, right? Like I cannot look into the future. But this Xverse has a, let me check. It's ridiculous. Actually, Xverse has currently a market cap of, well, fully diluted market cap is $6 million. Right? And I think the circulating market cap is way lower at this point still. So the quality is really good though. So you can look at quality coins that are super low right now. Because again, we are now at the stage of the market where people just, I don't know, it's the most simple stage of the market. Low IQ is winning at the moment. Dog, buy, right? Yeah, come on. Crypto is a little mature than that, right? Like, we're not retarded. I know it's easy to make money like that, but then again, eventually people will flight to quality again and something that backs the pumps up in case everything collapses, right? Now you have a good opportunity to do so because now nobody gives a shit, right? And yeah, that's the time where you buy. And it's very simple. Once we are in the middle of it, again, people say, yeah, it will never come back, but that's not the case, right? It will always come back. I remember very well here as well. Ethereum went from like $5,000 all the way to 800. Nobody gave shit about Ethereum. Nobody, right? Now it's 3K again. Right? Again, here, this was even way worse. And this is Ethereum that I'm talking about, right? It went from $1,400 all the way down to $80. Nobody gave a shit about Ethereum, right? And this was the most easy and risk-free 50x you could have made ever in crypto, except for Bitcoin, right? So look when nobody cares. Then have your faith and your belief and stick to your plan. Just get in and wait for a year, right? There will be big explosions within this market. There are like gaming projects sitting well over 100 million. This thing, if this does 100x, then it's 600 fully diluted, right? Not even circulating, fully diluted. That's not unseen. By far, it is not, by the way. So it is not even something that we can call somewhat unrealistic, right? It's just, and again, I'm not saying Xverse do 100x. Like, there are many projects that look good and are low right now. And yeah, it's up to you to pick those, right? So again, no, sorry. If you expected a video like, oh, buy this or buy this or buy this, that's not what it's meant for. Because which coins you buy is actually never really that important. If you understand the market, then you make way more. Again, if you understood about Bitcoin dominance and altcoins on their Bitcoin pair, yada, 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 then you knew, like, let's just mainly stick with Bitcoin. And look, you outperformed like any coin, basically, right? While you took, like, by far the least risk. If you understand the market, then you can look at altcoins on the Bitcoin pair. And although it's never a guarantee, you can look at it like, yeah, well, you know, it's multi-macro year support. Like, if not buy here, then where, right? Altcoins are at the bottom right now, right? And of course, now everybody says, yeah, it's that. It's not coming back. Yeah, what do you think people said over here? Therefore, it was the bottom. Where else do you want to buy? Here, when everybody loves it? That's not how it works, right? So if you understand the market, then you are 2 steps ahead. Right? And since crypto is player first player, you need to be 2 steps ahead, actually. So I don't know, man. I needed to make this video to Make it a little educational as well, because you can apply this in every cycle. In the next bull cycle, this video would still be relevant, right? And I think that that's most helpful, actually. So that's how I would do it. Again, yeah, don't be afraid to lose your money if you are willing to go with that 100x. Again, the low cap coins are likely, of course, to fail, low liquidity, etc. So look for you, what's suiting best for you, right? If you have 10K in this market, don't be unrealistic. If you have $10,000 right now, don't think to yourself like, yeah, I'm gonna make 1 million. Like, probably you won't. There's a very, 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 very high chance that you won't even come close to that, right? So manage your expectations in the first place. Otherwise, you're gonna get disappointed. You're gonna revenge trade. You're gonna make stupid, impulsive decisions, and you're gonna wreck yourself. Yeah, that's it for today. Please like the video. Don't have my screen back on for the moment, so just subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and I'll see you guys soon. And link below.